afternoon, friends. So I'm standing here, and behind me there's a fence that goes into our property there, and it's been run through. And so if I turn, this is the blacktop that heads out to our south end of our ranch, and this is looking east. And this blacktop right there, where the intersection is, goes up to a housing, Hogan Wells housing. Now there's some history to that, and I'll share some of that history. But we'll kind of look and see what happened here. So this is looking further south, heading towards our 9-mile pasture, at the end of our PMA pasture. The railroad's over there on the right. The cutout down there is where the railroad goes through. The road's up on the left, and that goes to our south Three Corners pasture. And then as I look across on the blacktop here, that goes to Hogan Wells. You can see the marker right up there. Then this goes back north, heads back to Navajo. And you can see somebody ran through this stop sign, see the tracks, and then ran through the pasture there, tore the fence down. So I guess I'm going to have to repair it, because I have some horses, some mares that are going to be in there. But I'll give you a little history about all that too. So they ran through, got to here, looks like they got their bearings, turned around, and headed back. Gosh, I thought they would at least fix my fence. So this fence is actually the responsibility of what is called the Relocation Commission. And the reason it's their responsibility is because it was put in a contract. That contract was from the property that we had sold them, that the Spurlocks had sold them in 1980. So if you look across the road here and you look at all the country across there, that's Hogan Wells. That all used to be part of the ranch, and that was sold to the BIA, which is the Bureau of Indian Affairs. So the Bureau of Indian Affairs purchased this to relocate some of the Navajo families that were on some disputed land that would been up northwest on the Hopi reservation. So there was a Navajo Hopi land dispute. Well, they obviously were relocated. So these families were moved out here to Navajo in the Sanders area. I don't know how many communities they are. I've lost track, but there's quite a few communities that were built out here for those relocated families. And these are families who moved on to this piece of property that actually was part of the ranch at one time, and it was sold probably started in the late 70s and then finalized in the 80s. So it's just a little bit of interesting history. This wire has really been stretched since, that vehicle hit it, and really stretched that wire. So I'm gonna have to take a fence stretcher and put it all back together. There's the finished product. Got it put back together. Ready for another day. Well, there's Henson. Well, it took me about 18 minutes to fix that fence. And I videoed all of it, I think, but I don't know that I'll show it all. It's almost to watch 18 minutes of me working on wire. Anyway, I'm heading back to Sanders. There's a new guy moving in. He's a new school teacher. And he had asked if I could come help him unload his stuff. And so I'm going to head to Sanders and help him unload his stuff. So the joke of the day. What do you call a cow that can't make milk? A milk dud.